Yo, what is up? What is up? It's Key. We're back. We're in the building with another episode of the Queens of the Court, episode 3. Got my guy, Coach Donte, is always in the building. Next to me, what's going on, Coach?
What's good? What's good? How you guys doing? Ready to talk some more WNBA? Let's do it.
Yup. So shout out to everyone who is watching. It's the third episode. Of course, we got to show the ladies some love as always. Some good competitive basketball so far. Some blowouts, some close games, some surprise games. But we're going to talk about the games that happened so far and some things that went on. And we're going to do the All-Star voting. All-Star voting has begun. I believe the game is July something. Just I forget what date in July. But this should be interesting. So I'm shocked to see who we gonna send to the All-Star game. But first, some breaking news that came in regarding Brittany Griner at the airport in Dallas. What happened was, usually WNBA takes chartered flights, but I'm not sure why Brittany Griner didn't go on the team flight with the team, but she was confronted at the airport, by I believe it was some YouTuber, I forget his name, but saying all this, hateful stuff and things of that nature. So what do you think WNBA needs to at least try to keep these ladies safe?
Like you say, I'm not a big fan of on the off the court issue stuff. But whatever they can to keep them safe, they definitely need to do that. But I mean, I'll say again, it'd probably be safe for Brittany Griner to go ride with the team, at that point. But again, she didn't. Fact is, she made it to the game safe, but the WNBA need to make it more safer.
Right. So it's just sad, Brittany Griner can't go nowhere without, getting heckled over the situation, her being detained in Russia and serving 9 years. And still being able to come home, people still can't respect that. They still gotta say hateful and disrespectful things. Like I just don't understand it. But anyway, shout out to BG again. Everybody's glad she's home. I mean, I know I am. Every time she goes home to the home crowd, they give her love. They show her love. So I'm
Yeah.
happy she's back on the floor and she's still playing like she's never left. Normal guy, what's going on, man? Appreciate you for being here. Um, she's still playing like she's never left. But let's get into some of the games that went down. They do have a day off today, so there's no basketball. It's just like, what am I going to watch on a Saturday? Um, so backing up into Thursday, we did have one game on Thursday. That was the Aces against the Sun, and the Aces are no longer undefeated. The Connecticut Sun beat the Aces convincingly. There wasn't no, close game this time around. The first time, it was a little bit competitive. 94-77. Um, Dewana Bonner, 41 points in this game, man. Talk about the Connecticut Sun getting the Aces their first defeat.
Hey, like I say, we all know you're not gonna go. They wasn't gonna be undefeated for too long. They showed signs of struggling throughout these first couple of games that they've been playing. They showed signs of struggling in the first game. When they came back and Rebecca Allen went off. So the Connecticut Sun is really good defensively. They still got pretty much the same team except for Jacquel Jones, pretty much. Still the same lineup. They got Rebecca Allen, who almost shot him back in the game on the first time around. And give Coach White some credit. She made the adjustments. Bonner's been doing this for a long time. She's about 6'4". She can see over the defense. She definitely put the ball on the floor. She definitely can shoot. Alyssa Thomas, who's in right now, who's an all-star at this point in the Eastern Conference right now. But other than that, Connecticut got the tools to beat you. They got the tools to beat you. They're going to make it a tough, rugged game. But as far as in the series, I don't think they'll beat the Aces if you have to go to a 7-game. If you have to go to a series, a 5-game series, I don't think they will. But no, the Aces showed some vulnerability. They did show vulnerability that you can beat them. Problem is, teams have just not beaten them until Connecticut did.
She played 32 minutes. 16 to 23 from the floor, 5 to 7 from 3, 7 rebounds and assists, 41 points. Brianna Jones clocked in at 12, Tiffany Hayes 11. But Connecticut Sun definitely was the better team that day. But you are right; they in a 5 or 7 game series, they wouldn't be able to beat Aces in a series. Friday we had 5 games on the matchup for Friday. We had the Sparks against the Sky. Sparks pulled it out 77-62, and Neka Gumage was a high man for the Sparks with 19. Derek Hamby played well in this game as well. Didn't shoot that much. She didn't shoot that great, 6 of 14. She did go 0 for 2. She had 8 rebounds, 16 points. And the rookie, Zaya Cook, contributed 5 off the bench. Carly Samuelson, she's back. She got released, but she is going to be part of the team until the end of the season. And Jordan Canada, she shot very well, 6 of 10, 16 points as well. So the Sparks did beat the Chicago 62-77. We're going to talk more about Alana Smith, how I feel like she has turned her game around in this year for Sky. She had 19 points. Erica Williams had 14 points. Kalia Copper is going to get her buckets, but she shot didn't shoot that well that game either. She was 4 of 12, only 10 points. So the Aces, not the Aces, we got the Aces on my brain. We're talking about the Sparks winning that game. The Liberty and the Dream. We're not going to talk about this game because it was 106-83. 106-83. Sabrina Ionescu went ham in this game. 37 points for Sabrina Ionescu. 10 for 18. 8 from 13 from 3. She was hot. Nobody can stop her. And Stewie contributed with 25 points. Talk about Sabrina Ionescu going off this game.
I mean, she's the real deal, man. Another person, an all-star type person. She damn near every time I saw her last year, she damn near not a game that she damn near didn't have a triple-double damn near in that game. She can do everything, but now they did end up making the playoffs, I believe. They did end up making the playoffs until they got put out of it. But again, now, so Ionescu, don't have to worry about doing everything. They forgot Kareem Johannes coming back. She's an instant scorer as well. They starting to hit their groove. This is a team that's starting to knowing how to play with each other for right now, and that's catching the groove. Once they catch their groove, I think you probably will have no doubt. You probably will have, you probably will have them and the Aces playing in the WNBA finals. But it is a sleeper team to those teams, right? To those two teams who I think that have the talent wise and the skill set to beat them. But I think the Liberty and the Aces, they're on a collision course at this point.
It looks good. I didn't know Santu Sabli got a sibling. She played for the Liberty. I think that's her sister. They look just like. They got the same last name. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm gonna look that up later on now. But we had your Wings go up against the Mercury. Your Wings get the job done 90-77. Again, Enrique Agumawale with the 35 points on the night. Tisha Howard with 22. Sabli again. Santu Sabli 17 points. Enrique and the Wings get it done. Talk about your squad, man.
That factor in, I'm gonna get this straight right now. Like I say again, shout out to Kalani Brown from tweeting back at me. Appreciate you, Miss Kalani Brown. You've been playing well this whole 2 games against Brittany Griner. She started to knock down the outside jump shot. Something I didn't know she had, but she haven't shot at the last 2 games. She haven't shot at the last 2 games, but when she played the Connecticut Sun and the Mystics. But hey, she shot it the next 2 against the Mercury, and she's been making it, and it not even been close. It's been butter. But in that, the Mercury not really good. They're not really good at all outside of Brittany Griner and Taurasi. So I'm gonna speak on that. That's more bad Phoenix Mercury, how bad they really have been. And we had to do what we had to do. We just had to do. We had to do pretty much. Good job by Natasha Howard, pretty much. of coming back to herself. She's been inconsistent a lot lately. We do got some injuries that's killing us. Mentioned Diamond Shields hasn't even played all year. I don't think she will play till next year. Lopez Seneschal hasn't played. Dangerfield has been out since the Connecticut Sun game. But obviously, Sim has been really good, knocking down the outside shot, being a point guard, and Maddie Segrist has been really, really helpful too. Really, she's been getting some of those rotational minutes. She rightfully deserves it. I still have a hard time. That's why I had to text you that. Is she really a power forward? Because she's big. When I look on the court, she is really big. So that makes me
power forward.
Yes, she's a power forward. She knows how to use her size a lot lately, and I've been very impressed with Maddie Segrist. And give Coach LT some credit. She's been putting up in the rotation, and she's been playing pretty well. So Rike been letting the game come to her, getting her teammates involved when she can't score. And Satu Sabli was the wild card the whole time. Last year, she was rattled by injuries. This year, she's back. And to me, she's an all-star caliber player, not as a starter, but as a reserve. She deserves to be an all-star this year. She have already 6 double-doubles this year. So scoring, defense, she's basically a point forward. She plays like a guard. She dribbles like a guard, and she's a mismatch for some of these power forwards, out there. But been very impressed the last 2 games against the Mercury. Got to do what you got to do. But I think also the Mercury are just they're a bad basketball team. They're really a bad basketball team.
Yeah, they they don't have too many too many people over there. They're going to be, once Tarazi and Didi decides she wants to go, or maybe leave the Mercury, or maybe compete for maybe another title before it's all said and done. Mercury's going to be a rebuilding team. No doubt about it. But then we got the Fever and the Lynx, another more competitive game because both teams struggling right now with wins, but both teams play down to the whistle. But the Fever get the job done by 2, 79 to 71. This was Aaliyah Boston's. Was this her coming out game? No, she had 10 points. Kelsey Mitchell 22 points. Smith had 12, and then you had the Fever. Then you had Minnesota. You had Nafisa Collier still balling, man. She had game high 28 points. Seemed like she was the only one that wanted to play basketball. Minnesota just couldn't get it done, but it's very competitive, both down to the wire. They end up winning by 2, the Fever. And then the nightcap of the game on Friday was Washington Mystics going up against the Seattle Storms. It wasn't bad, 73 to 66. Sykes and Austin led this game. Elena Deladon didn't really shoot that well. She was 5 for 12, 11 points. Austin had 15 points. And Brittany Sykes had 18 points to lead the Mystics to a victory. Again, no Jewel Lloyd this game, but they still put up 66 points, and they got 24 for Megabor, who was dominating the paint down there to give the Storm a little bit of hope. But they came up short. And Jordan Horston had 10 points off the bench. And that was Friday's games. Big slate tomorrow, 5 games tomorrow. You doing any WNBA tomorrow?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I'm doing my my
Dallas. You got the Wings. Yeah, that's the first game.
I haven't done them the last couple of games, but I have been watching them. I have been watching them on the phone that I have. So give me an opportunity to do them tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna do probably a couple of 3 games on tomorrow's slate. Yeah.
All right, and then so we got the Mystics and the Storm tomorrow. We got the Dream and the Sun tomorrow. The Fever and the Mercury, Aces and Sky, your Wings against the New York Liberty, and the Sparks in Minnesota. Again, we already stated that Santu season is here. She's been playing very well. I know last year, she was rattled with injuries. If she continues to play on this high level, do you put her in the names, at least in the category of being an MVP?
No, I don't think she's going to be in the category of MVP because I don't think we're going to have the qualified of wins. Pretty much, I don't think we'll have the qualified wins. For her to be an MVP candidate. So she deserves some consideration. But again, it just depends on where we're going to be and where we're going to be at in the standings. That's just what it depends on. But she's playing out of her mind. She's been consistent. I mean, she plays solid, great defense as well. But again, just got to give her credit. She's been healthy. Now, when she did come back last year off of the injury, she was very effective. She was one of the reasons why we did win that game against the Connecticut Sun on their home court to go back to Dallas with a chance to win the series. But other than that, if Satu Sabli can stay healthy, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with, and this team can be a force to be reckoned with. But we also can lose to anybody in the league if we don't come out to play a full fourth quarters, because we lack defense a lot of times. We lack the defense a lot of times. We can't get stops. When we don't make shots, we can't get really stops. So otherwise, this team can beat anybody on any given day, but we also can lose to anybody if we don't come out with the right mindset. But Satu is a big part of this offense. Like I say, she plays like a point guard. She's a power forward that has point guard skills. When you watch her play, she has very good point guard skills, very good passer, very good ball handler, and can shoot the three with consistency. Good job by Enrique yesterday. Like I said, because she's been off as well, but she got some things. She was able to get something going. But adding Odyssey Sims on this roster, helping give us some more depth at that point guard situation. And, Coach LT expanding her bench a little bit more. But we do got to, before our full potential team come out, we got to get all these healthy bodies back on the same floor. So other than that, Big Three has been doing really good. I mean, Satu, Rike, and Howard knew she was going to be a big help. She won championships in Minnesota. So other than that, really impressed. 5-3. But like I say, got a tough game against the Liberty tomorrow, which won't be easy. We got to go to New York. But Satu Sabli will deserve some consideration, but I don't think she will win it.
All right, and then of course we got the Las Vegas Aces 7-1. You got the Connecticut Sun 7-2. New York's number 3 with 5-2. Dallas is right there in the mix at 4 or 5-2. Washington 4-3. Sparks is 4-3. Chicago 5-4, and Atlanta is 2-4. And if the playoffs started today, there will be your top 8 team. Atlanta getting in, being number 8 at 2-4 would be crazy. Outside looking in, you still got Indiana.
Who'll be the top 8?
Yeah, the top 8.
Who? What, name them again?
Aces, Connecticut, New York, Dallas, Washington, LA, Chicago, Atlanta.
All right, I got you.
Then you got the Fever on the outside looking in.
Atlanta,
they're 2-4 right now.
Yeah, they've been getting the doors blowed off them. Okay.
So Indiana, Seattle, Phoenix, and Minnesota on the outside looking in. But them three, I can see it. If the Fever plays hard and know how to finish games, they can catch Atlanta maybe to closely get in that top that 8th seed. That 8th seed is going to, I think, it's going to be a battle between Atlanta and Indiana to get into that 8th seed of the playoffs. But last year's rookies, going over how they are doing their sophomore year. Ryan Howard is on a Atlanta Dream team again, who is right now 2-5. She's actually leading the team. Actually, she's not leading the team. Hold up. Is she leading the team in shooting? I think so. No, Alicia Gray is. So they're tied. They're tied. So it's Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, and Cheyenne Parker top for shooting. But looking into her sophomore season so far in the rookie season, how you think she's progressing?
I think she's progressing fine. I think she's going to get better. Like I say, I made my list, and I think she's gonna be a superstar in this league. I already got her as a top 10 player. She can be a top 5 player easily. But the only way you're gonna get that consideration like that, I mean, I can look at her talent alone, but hey, man, Atlanta got to start winning some games, man. They're a talented team. Alicia Gray, one of the best 3-and-D defenders out there. Cheyenne Parker, Nas Hillman as well. You got too many good players on that team to be dropping games and to be losing and getting blown out. Now, granted, you did play the Aces. They're a championship caliber team. You did play the Liberty, championship caliber team, but the loss to the Fever as well. That kind of hurted them a little bit. They've been losing the games teams that don't supposed to lose to. Now, my Dallas Wings, we pretty much a good team when we want to be a good team. So they probably Dallas Wings and the Atlanta Dreamers on the same playing field, basically the same playing field. Can beat anybody any given night, but can lose to anybody any given night. But when you have the opportunities to beat teams like the Dallas Wings, like the Sparks. Sparks is another team that can beat anybody, but also lose to anybody. As you've seen, there was a capability of the Seattle Storm first win this year. But other than that, they got to beat these teams like Minnesota who can't get it done at this moment. That's another team that played a lot of close basketball games, but can't get it, can't finish. You got to beat teams like that. So other than that, hey, Ryan Howard gonna be a top 5 player in this league.
Next rookie here, sophomore, I should say, Alyssa Smith.
She's improved her jump shot a lot. When she's making that open 3-pointer, that make her much tougher to guard. And she's also physical. Alyssa Smith is also a physical presence inside. So when she's knocking down that jump shot, that sets up a lot of more opportunities to go to the basket for her.
Shout out to Mrs. BG is in the chat. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. BG. Part of the Gemini game. So shout out to you. Enjoy your birthday today. Have many more as well. And Shakira Austin. Shakira Austin's balling too.
Yep. Shakira Austin is going to be a stud in this league. She's going to be another stud in this league. She's balling. She's really good.
But yeah, so those are the rookies from some of the rookies from last year to look out for. But the rookies this year to keep on y'all watch, of course, South Carolina's own Aaliyah Boston. Her career high was against the Chicago Sky on the 6th. 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks against the Sky. Jordan Horston against Vegas, she had 14 points, 7 rebounds, 4 steals. And then you got Maddie Seegers with the 14 points, 8 rebounds. She was 6 of 9 against the Phoenix Mercury. But hands down, Aaliyah Boston's definitely going to get Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. But definitely those rookies there, something to look out for throughout the whole season of the WNBA. But Aaliyah Boston, they're gonna give her that Rookie of the Year.
Yep. I believe she's the right person deserves the Rookie of the Year. Man, this girl's good. She's the reason why, when I watched that Chicago Sky game and when they lost in overtime to that Chicago Sky, she was dominating the paint. They couldn't stop her in the paint. She was getting offensive rebounds, putting it back up and in. Aaliyah Boston is an unstoppable force, man.
I think the Fever have to realize that you have to let Aaliyah Boston work offensively because she's going to get you buckets. She has the footwork, she has the size, she has the athleticism to get you points. And you saw she can take the ball and into her own, take the team on her back and carry them and at least bring them back. So the Fever has some little tweaking to do. Don't need to get, let Aaliyah Boston cook. Let her cook. Yep. Just let her cook. But for the Mystics again, Shakira Austin, her last 6 games, 21 points, 14, 15, 12, 14, and 15 again. Shakira Austin has been playing great for the Mystics these last games. Let's see who else here. Alana Smith.
Yep.
For the Sky. She's down for most improved player, I think. She's playing great, having a great start as a starter for the Sky. What you think?
She's been helpful for the Chicago Sky. She also can step out and shoot the 3 a lot too. And again, that big game winning shot, that's not game tying shot pretty much. She hit against the Fever to put it in overtime. Give Coach James Wade some credit. They got some key injuries on the team, but this team's still massively competitive. So just got to give Coach Wade credit, and she's playing some ball. Lana Smith definitely deserves it. She's balling out there.
Ryan Howard, becomes the fastest player in WA history to make 100 3-pointers. She did it in 40 games.
Damn.
And the previous record was set in 1998 by Cynthia Cooper in 41 games. So she definitely got to 100 the fastest, especially beating the legend and Cynthia Cooper. See any other stats and everything that's going up? Nothing right now. Looking. All right, just because in DeWanna Bonner again, career 41 points. All right, yep. So let me see. We may not be up here that long, but let's see who we gonna send to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So let me see if my computer's not being stupid today. Let's see who we can send to the All-Star game. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. All right. So here we go. And of course, it wants to be dumb. And my Wi-Fi want to be stupid. Hold on, y'all. All right. You know what? We're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. On the phone. Now, unless you can bring it up, Donte.
Unless I can bring it up?
Yeah.
All right. What's it called?
Oh, just go to the WNBA All-Star scoring, All-Star voting. It'll pop up.
All right, so NBA All-Star who? Where's All-Star what?
The WNBA All-Star voting.
Okay, All-Star. Voting. Gotcha. Say you decide to vote, right?
Yeah. So you got the front court. You get 6 players in the front court, 4 guards.
I got you. What's good? Yeah, I can't bring it up.
All right, so we just going to do it the old-fashioned way. We just going to vote amongst ourselves. JD2 Solo, what's going on? All right, so again, you get 6 front
Gotcha.
court and 4 guards.
All right.
So who are you naming? What's your 4 guards?
For how they do it though, like West, East, how they do it? How basically they do it?
So far, it's a mix. It's all together.
Oh, so it's all together. All right. Damn, I wish it was separate. What's good, Vic? So my 4 guards, I'm going to go with Ionescu.
All right, hold on. Let me find her here. All right, so she's one.
Shooting guard in it too.
Yeah, they got. So you got Jewel Lloyd, you got Enrique, you got Jackie Young, Tarasi, Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, Mulberry, Kelsey Plume. Like I know, like
too many of them. Too many of them.
only 4.
All right, so only 4. All right, so I'm gonna go with Jewel Lloyd, definitely.
All right.
Enrique.
Yep. So we got one more guard.
One more guard. Jackie Young.
All right. Jackie Young. All right. So right now we got Sabrina Nescu, got Jewel Lloyd, Enrique Gumerwale, and Jackie Young as your 4 guards. Now
Okay.
the front court, you get 6 people.
All right, 6.
So automatically Stewie's going.
Yes. Automatic Stu in Asia. Automatic. Them automatics. Them the 2 automatics.
All right, what's the 4?
In Asia.
Wilson. So we got 4 left. You got Brittany Griner, you got Santu, you got Nneka Gumage, you got Lena Deladon.
I'm going Elena Deladon. Brittany Griner.
Yep.
You got Brittany Griner. Elena Deladon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going with Collier, Lavisa Collier.
All right, and I think we got one more. You know what? I'm gonna put the rookie in there. We gonna put Leah Boston in All-Star game.
Leah Boston in the All-Star game. All right.
So here are your guards: Ionescu, Joy Lloyd, Agumbawale, and Jackie Young. And then you got Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Elena Deladon, Brittany Griner, Collier, and Leah Boston.
Yep.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do the All-Star voting. I guess they're just putting people in, and I guess they're gonna split them up into, they're gonna split them up. So I don't exactly know.
Yeah, because that would kind of made it tougher for me right there. Splitting it up, kind of split. They haven't split it. They haven't split it up. That would made it tougher.
But there is your votes. I did this last week. I forget who I put in. But I didn't have Leah Boston on there last time because I didn't go further enough through. Had to think this through. But this is a good, all-star, lineup right here. I would definitely, rock with them. Hopefully their trophy is not a Walmart version with that little piece of crap that they gonna give them. Give girls a trophy. Stop playing around.
Stop playing around.
The Commissioner's Cup, the standings right now, Connecticut is winning the Commissioner's Cup 4-1. They're in first. Then it's New York. Then it's Washington. Chicago, Atlanta, and Indiana is in sixth. And in the Commissioner's Cup, this is the 3rd annual Commissioner's Cup presented by Coinbase. Is an in-season competition throughout the regular season with players competing for a prize pool and additional prize pool of money for charitable and civic organizations. Commissioner's Cup are games are demoted on the regular season schedule with the cup trophy. Last year, the Sky won it, and then the year before that, the Aces won it last year, and then the year before that, it was the Sky. So they do play for money to different charities. So that is cool. So far, the Aces are 4-0, and their charity, they raised already $8,000, and Connecticut for their charity already raised $8,500. So good thing that they're doing with the Commissioner's Cup, raising these money for these charities. Going over tomorrow's games. Let's just do picks and predictions, and then I'll have the pick'em chats later. Last week I was 11-2. I had 2 losses last week. I get the brag. Donte, I think he missed 3 or something like that, but
I know I missed a lot more than that this week, so I ain't.
I didn't even tally them up, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But who gets the win against the Sparks in Minnesota?
The Sparks.
The Wings in your Wings against the Liberty.
Liberty.
Yeah, I'm going for the Sparks and the Liberty too. Got the Sky and the Aces.
Aces. They're gonna rebound after that loss.
Mystics in the Storm.
Mystics.
You got the Dream in the Sun.
The Dream and the no.
Yeah,
Neither one of them is playing really well, man. But if I have to pick one of them, I'm picking the Atlanta. I'm just going with the Atlanta Dream, but I think the Suns can win. The Phoenix Mercury can win that game, but neither one of them is really playing well.
Then we got the Mercury and the Fever. You know what? I'm going to say Indiana is going to beat the Fever.
I'm going to go with the Fever. I'm going to take the Fever.
I want to see what Aaliyah Boston do up against BG. That should be a good matchup there with that. So we'll see. I don't know if Brittany Griner didn't say anything about this being her last year, but do you see her going to another team, just maybe trying to compete for another championship? I mean, she already has one. It's not like she's going to chase a championship she never had. She
Nah, I can actually see her retiring in Phoenix, but it just depends on her what she want to do. If she want to go somewhere else next year and cap off her career and win the title, I think she deserves the right to do that. But I also can see her going to staying in Phoenix for a whole career and just staying there. So other than that, go ahead.
Do you think Joy Lloyd might be on the move?
If Joy Lloyd, it depends on how frustrated she get, because the direction the team is going. It just depends on how frustrated she get. Look like she's embracing the role right now, but by her doing it by herself and have to carry the team, it just depends on her mental state and how frustrated she's gonna get. And what is the direction right now, going into a semi-rebuild mode. It's probably going into a rebuild mode soon. So I can see her getting frustrated and acting out soon.
Yeah, I know. No, Quinn. I don't know if her seat might be getting a little warm. But I don't know. I don't think they'll just go ahead and boot her, knowing it's gonna. They know they're in a rebuild mode.
They know they're in the rebuild mode, so really wouldn't be fair to just move on from her if they know they're going into a rebuild mode, unless they want to get another coach to come in there and have a new voice to come in there and get and help come in now and orchestrate that rebuild. Then I can see why, but they already knew when Breanna Stewart left and they decided to tear it down. They already knew what it's going to come with. It was going to come within the cost of a rebuild mode. They should have already knew that.
Oh boy! But if Seattle gets number 1 pick, it's going to be Caitlin Clark mania in the state of Oregon. Caitlin Clark will definitely go number 1 overall, and she will be a Seattle Storm if Seattle gets the number 1 pick. But they got to do the lottery and everything. But we already know the number 1 pick is going to be Caitlin Clark, and that's whoever gets her is going to be very, very interesting. Can you imagine if Indiana gets her? That automatically makes Indiana a more than a 10-win team.
I want to tank. Come on, Wings.
No, that ain't guaranteed.
Yeah, I know
the Pistons got the worst record, and they got number 5. Houseway.
Who?
The Pistons. They were the worst team in the NBA. They got number 5.
Yeah, they got number 5. Yeah, that's that lottery shit. I really don't like that. To be honest, I really don't like that.
Yeah, the lottery got to go do it like the NFL. Worst team, get the number 1 pick and so forth and so forth. But that is all that we have for WNBA. No news really, just going over games. The only news was Brittany Griner going through the airport. She was confronted with some hateful things in that nature. And, the Phoenix Mercury did address it as well on Twitter. But anything to say Another almost a week in the books of WNBA for season 4.
Hey man, I'm enjoying doing WNBA basketball games, and hey man, I just love it. I love it. So glad NBA basketball, WNBA is back, and just can't wait to keep digging in and getting into some more. Like I say, do probably like 3 ball games today, tomorrow. So right now, big fight night coming up tonight. So definitely we'll be covering Josh Taylor and Teofimo, who's moving up to 140 to fight the undisputed champion Josh Taylor. So
ECG got me, Donte.
uh,
He got me. But it's all love. But he's getting people. But anyway, shout out again. We're on the Sports Empire Network, so make sure you comment, like, subscribe if you have not. The link is in the description as well. Check out the website for all the shows and the articles that we do over there. And of course, we on Coach and my channel as well. And don't forget, again, Coach will be back with the fight tonight. Should be a good fight. I'm gonna tune in. Because Josh Taylor talking about something, he lives for this boxing. He wants to die in the ring. So that interview, I forget where I was watching it at, but that interview, them two got intense. So it's definitely going to be a battle, and I appreciate y'all who's in the chat watching and commenting as well. Appreciate y'all. What we got going? Monday, Tuesday, of course, 72. We'll be back on Tuesday. We're going to do the MLB All-Star voting for the favorites right now, just to see who gets in. And then we're going to do another one when it's time, and that will be for your actual starters. But we get to list our favorites, see who goes in, who we want to pick to go in. But as always, we always here in the building. Donte, myself, we going to get on out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Don't do nothing dumb. But if you do, just remember, do it safely. All right, we're going to get on out of here. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.